All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makar Kadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring, in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So, the other day I had posted a video, you can go check it out on the page, about Russia having a new missile, a new weapon that, as you can see in the caption, is Russia said this new weapon is 27 times faster than the speed of sound. So that's something that America can't get with, man. They said that it would be between 2 to 4 years before America will have anything that could even touch that as far as a missile defense system goes. So man, this place is done, man. This place is done. I'm gonna get into the article. I got a couple more articles, Slacky articles that I'm gonna get into, and as well as some scripture. So with that being said, let's get it in. It says Russia's new strategic weapon has rendered any missile defenses useless at a small fraction of their cost, officials said Thursday. The Vanguard hypersonic glide vehicle flies 27 times faster than the speed of sound, making it impossible to intercept. Deputy Prime Minister Yuri Borisov told Russian state television. The new weapon essentially makes the missile defenses useless, he said. All right, and the U.S. has a big missile defense system right now in Western, or it's like in Eastern Europe, basically trying to surround the Russians in. So it's basically this weapon renders that useless. Now, if they give this to China, if they give this to Iran, if they give this to their allies, then what you gonna do? It's like you. But this is all prophecy, man. This is all part of the Most High's plan to take down America, to take down Babylon. It says Borisov spoke a day after Russian President Vladimir Putin oversaw what he described as a conclusive, successful test of the Vanguard and hailed it as a reliable guarantee of Russia's security for decades to come. In Wednesday's test, the weapon was launched from the Dubarsky missile base in the southern Ural Mountains. The Kremlin said it successfully hit a practice target on the Kurda shooting range on Kamacha, 3,700 miles away. The the defense ministry released footage from the test launch in which a ballistic missile could be seen blasting from a silo in a cloud of smoke, but hasn't released any images of the vehicle itself. It says Putin and the Vanguard will enter service with the Russian strategic missile forces next year, which is this year right now, 2019. The test comes amid bitter tensions in U.S.-Russian relations, which have been strained over the Ukrainian crisis, the war in Syria, and the allegations of Moscow's meddling in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. So there's all these situations going on around the world, which is, making the beef between the so-called U.S. and Russia, you know, uh, get bigger and bigger and bigger. So with them coming with a next level weapon, testing the weapon, showing themselves that it worked, and announcing to the world that they have this, that's a major power play. Or they wouldn't have showed their hand, they wouldn't have tipped their hand, they wouldn't have let you know that they had this if it wasn't the real deal. Not only to mention, now they have the fastest missiles that'll get through your missile defense. They got the biggest ones too. Like I said, they got that Satan 2, which will take down a landmass the size of France or Texas. So when the scriptures say what it says, I mean, there's no refuting it. Let me grab some right now. This is let me see. This is Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon and the assembly of great nations from the north country. That north country is talking about Russia, okay, which is called today Russia. It's called by many different things in the scriptures. The Medes. It's also known as um, Gog and Magog. But when it says the north country, it's talking about Russia. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows should be as a mighty expertman. None shall return in vain. All right, none is going to miss. All right, you're not going to be able to duck and dodge these missiles. When it speaks about arrows, it's not talking about regular wooden and stone bow and arrows, or wooden and metal bow and arrows, whatever you use for your arrowhead. It's talking about actual missiles. Like I said, the missile came out of the silo. It resembles a so-called arrow. So when our forefathers seen this back in the day, that's what they could assimilate with it. That's what they had to compare it to. All right, it says that they're not going to return vain. All right, so they're going to hit their mark. Whatever they're supposed to hit, if they're supposed to hit motherfucking me Paris, Texas is off the map. If it's supposed to hit DC or New York or Chicago or Omaha, it doesn't matter. Whatever that target range is, man, you can consider that gone. Okay? We're gonna get another. Nope, hold on, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go verse 14 in the same chapter. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she has sinned against the Lord. So it's not just gonna be, just one nation or one country shooting at America, man. Everything must go. You know what I'm saying? It's a fire sale, literally a fire sale. Okay, because everybody that has missiles is going to shoot them in that day. There's going to be no need for an ICBM in the kingdom. So all these missiles that's been made over the years, okay, over the past 50, 60 years or so, they're going to be used. All right, they're going to serve its purpose, which is to destroy Babylon, which is America, and other places around the world that are deemed necessary through the algorithm, because America's going to shoot its missiles as well. So we're gonna get this next article. Let me see. I got 3 articles here. This is World War III. U.S. U.S. fears Russia doomsday device that would unleash 300-foot radiation tsunami. Okay, so this is a whole nother can of worms. Not only do they have a missile that could dodge their defense systems, they got something that can cause a radiation tsunami. All right, so uh, it says shocking reports this month have been revealed that Russia is developing a doomsday device that could wipe out major U.S. cities. The Russian doomsday nuclear drone could detonate a blast that would trigger a 300-foot high radioactive tsunami targeting the U.S. coastlines. For the first time, U.S. security experts have spoken about the plans, with the former senior advisor to President Trump admitting there are genuine concerns about the plan. Now, let me see. I'm not going to get too much deeper in this one, but basically what it is, it's a nuclear sub that they have, and I know they parked nuclear aircraft in, was it Cuba, I believe, Cuba or Venezuela. I know they was definitely in Venezuela, but I know that they're off the coast of South America as well. So it's not that hard to shoot into a landmass underwater and create that 300-foot high tsunami, because that's how tsunamis are created, um, in underground earthquakes, or underwater earthquakes, should I say? And that's why the scriptures speak about earthquakes in diverse places, whether they be man-made, or ultimately whether it's natural or through man-made. It's through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. So that's why the scriptures speak about that. That's how you had the tsunami in Japan, the tsunami in Indonesia. Okay, but this tsunami will be uh, a nuclear tsunami. What did they call it? 300-foot radiation tsunami. So when I think of radiation, it brings me to another scripture I want to get. Just bear with me. Yeah, this is Zechariah 14, verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." All right, that's talking about that that heat blast, okay, that radiation. And even though we're talking about right now tsunami wave, so it's not going to have the so-called um, fire element. It would have the water element, but who knows what that radiation would do to that water? All right, you're still going to get the after effects. You're still going to get the burning and the irritation and all that. That's a hard way to go, man. That's a tough way to go. You're gonna be throwing up, your guts and all that, man. It's just, but at the end of the day, man, it's a beautiful thing because America has to be judged, man, for everything that is done. All the wickedness that's been done therein. You know, there's a payback. There's a recompense. All right, and the Lord's gonna recompense us for everything that we've been through. All right, so matter of fact, I'm gonna cut this one short, and then Lord's will I'll do a separate video on that on the other article that I have later. But basically, man, this is the time to run, man, to to take this truth seriously, to push it as diligently as fervent as possible, man, because the time is short. The time is short. You got these new weapons coming out. You got the Lord making chess moves, putting everybody in the right place, so that when this thing pops off, man, it's gonna snowball. You got the all this information coming out about the RFID chip. Man, we right there on the cusp. So like I said, just keep running, like the brothers say, keep running. With that being said, call all to Yahweh Shem Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.